since last 4 years, we've expanded more geographies. We've reached now 17 countries. We hope to grow to more countries in coming years so that our solutions can benefit more geographies, more customers across the globe. And we hope to give solutions which are A, value for money, B, allow them to transform from the legacy systems to a state-of-art product, which will enable them to run their entire life cycle of the business onto a product. So that's really what we're aiming towards. And the idea is to bring in transformation, get in adopt the digital age, where we want to make sure is all the channels of business can come onto a product. That's really what we're currently focused on. We've gone ahead and set up our own offices in 4 countries at this point of time, besides India. And we've been able to get in some real great talent. And we're looking at disruption at this point of time, where we've got some real bright stars who will enable us to create a product which will allow our customers to benefit to a very great extent. And fortunately, we have a very strong customer list who's already using our product, and they've been very valuable in providing a lot of inputs in what we're doing in coming years for them. And at this point of time, as we talk, we're working on solutions which we believe our clients will use in 2017 and 2018. So we invested a lot of capital, a lot of human capital and monetary capital to make sure we're able to expand and meet our client expectations, which are what the needs for today are, as well as the future is. Let's say, for example, we very recently implemented a solution for the largest bank in India, which allowed us to innovate, where we use multiple channels at a single go, including video chat, telephone chat, mobile, tablet, branch banking, phone banking. So we used all channels, and we were able to implement this solution in record 8 weeks, integrated with all their current existing bank platform. So they really helped us to make sure that we bring in some of these innovative channels, which was video and video chat, which was, I think, very key for us to provide to an RM as well as a customer who can today dial in and speak to his relationship manager. The relationship manager did not have to move anywhere, and the advice can be delivered to him whenever he or she wants it. There's another bank, which is the largest wealth management outfit in India, where we are working with them to create a virtual banker. So this is a partnership between us and the bank, where we're going to replace a private banker, which will be replaced by a digital device, which will primarily be a mobile phone, which will allow the mobile phone app to deliver the advice to the clients. And so this is the largest wealth management firm in India, and we're kind of partnering with them. So this is the second initiative. The third initiative, which we've done with another customer, is to target a very different segment of customer, which is most of our wealth management clients have been targeting the ultra high net worth individuals, but here we're focusing on the institutional treasuries and corporate treasuries, which also make investments. So it's an entire digital platform which is created in collaboration with one of our clients, which will allow them to deliver advice to corporate treasuries and allow them to execute on a digital platform. So this kind of helps them bring in or target them a very different segment of customer, which usually is a personalized meeting, which will be eliminated, and a digital or a mobile technology is used to make sure that the advice is delivered on a mobile app and a corporate is able to take a decision. So that's a brave step which I believe we have taken. We believe people will surely accept it, and we think it has a great potential in various geographies where everybody is targeting high net worth individuals. Here we're targeting a very different segment of customers who make significant amount of investments in funds, in T-bills, and they also need advice on their investments. So this becomes an absolute unique proposition which we've done with our customer. With most of our clients where we're implementing or they're using, they primarily use us for the entire life cycle of the business, right from using us as a CRM platform to a digital channel, to their back office, to their mid office, to the risk, compliance, everything runs on our platform. So we are not allowing them to create a silo. So when the clients are choosing Miles, primarily they're choosing Miles to ensure that they get everything in a single box and they don't have to buy individual products, or they can do it with all the legacy platform what they have, and they're happily doing it. And most of our clients are very happy once they move to our platform, where they get a single unified view and they don't need to worry about managing or maintaining multiple systems which they have historically been maintained. We have multiple use cases where we've done this historically, and we continue to do this with most of our clients. So ideally they don't need to have any other platform besides Miles, because it does every bit of their business. So and the another stuff which we've kind of bring it out so that they can have a lot of things which they can do by themselves is we kind of publish RESTful APIs for them. So in case any kind of user interface which they want to create unique experience for their own RMs, customers, or any of their channels, they're free to do so. So which allows them to use our core platform in entirety, at the same time offer a customization to their own customers or their own relationship managers where they want to actually offer a unique proposition. So they can consume our RESTful APIs, and which is how we've kind of allowed them to create a uniqueness for them. B, at the same time, stay with Miles for the entire life cycle of their business and not actually procure different products for different stuff. So that's how actually we kind of try and eliminate these scenarios. At the same time, we kind of very quickly sit into the entire bank's architecture, where we kind of take advantage of their every single other product which they would have invested into, so that they don't need to replace those. And so we use most modern technology to do that. So I think which will allow them to achieve their end goal. So let's take the first point, which is on the implementation side. So it's very important to pen down what our client thinks, what they can factually implement in a defined time period. Because as usually clients are usually in a screeching hurry to implement everything what we have, but with no time. It is fairly easy if it's a startup or they have no legacy system to migrate or so on. It's fairly straightforward. But if you were to migrate from a system A to system B, we really clearly set expectations of a client where, hey, how do we kind of plan to roll it out? Can we roll it out in different waves and not try to get everything in a single wave? But our desire and client's desire is to implement everything, but we pen down everything on day one we start. So we invest a lot of time initially, rather than rushing into an implementation. The initial investment of studying the system, configuring the system, as our system is extremely configurable, so spending time on that is worthwhile. So in most of the cases, we've tried to implement in a single wave. In a very rare scenario, we've implemented in 2 waves. But in most of the scenarios, we would have implemented in a single wave. But we invest a lot of time initially upfront, which I think is worthwhile. Although our clients get a bit upset because they really don't see anything in the initial phase of the implementation. They don't see anything tangible. But when it comes by, they're really happy, saying what they're seeing at the end result in a defined timeline, and not really going and stretching the timeline. And we control CRs or any change of mind at the nth hour we need to have a strong governance model in place, in which we have, allowing us to not get into those kind of situations. That's A. B is on the client support side, which you raised, which is a very valid point. So at Miles, today we are supporting 18/7. Secondly, we have put in local resources so that we can match, and they're always closer to the customer, which is where in major centers we put in our resources which provide support, so that there is always a face. The client loves to see a face, although today everything you can do through remote, but once in a while he would like to interact. So in all major locations, we put in our resources who actually represent us, and they provide level 1 support. So this is how we kind of basically try to tackle this issue. And you've raised a very valid issue, and which is what most of the clients do struggle. But usually most of our clients has had a very, very great experience with us. There are not too many platforms for us to get exposed to that. So that is surely a challenge to reach out, and that in fact pushes our cost up. So if you look at a sales cost for any product organization is extremely high, because you're targeting a very specialized vertical. Sales cost is extremely high, and which is where if we kind of collaborate together, it will bring down our sales cost dramatically. There are a lot of ways to do that. So if our sales cost come down, it will be benefit to our customers, or our margins go up, which we can invest back into R&D. So in fact, it's a benefit to the entire community if we collaborate, because I think most of us run with at least 30 to 40% sales cost on what we sell. So that's extremely significant cost for any of us to make an investment. So I'm sure as there are associations for various businesses where they can take their common problems up, and I think it's just a mindset issue where there is nobody who's actually trying to initiate this, and I think Hubbies can play a very important role to kind of make sure they can allow people like us to collaborate and take benefit of the same. As Miles, we've been focusing on a lot of tools which can be consumed by the end consumer. So, which is what we're trying to create a product which is as simple as WhatsApp, which will allow our customers, or rather our customer's customer to take a good investment decision. So we are working on some of the areas which will allow a multimodal app. So you can seek advice by touch, by asking a question, by typing a question in English rather than filling up clumsy forms and so on. So as a product, we are trying to eliminate all the forms which are required to be filled up by the consumer as well as an RM. So we are getting up a free text box which will eventually fill up a CRM form to ask an advice. Advice could be saying, hey, what is the best stock? What should I buy right now? And the application should be able to throw up a result instead of selecting few drop downs or check boxes and press a submit button. So that's what we're primarily transforming into. So the application user interface is the key area which we are focusing on, because I think simplicity would be the key, and that's why Google has been popular. Just has been one text search box, and you type anything there, you get a result. So which is what we're bringing to our application in next 1 year. So I think that would be extremely innovative, and I believe our clients as well as their clients will truly get benefited out of it. And I think that is a real issue. The simplicity is a problem, and we are solving that problem. We do have a compliance engine which supports the asset managers and wealth managers, which is embedded within our core platform. So quite a few clients have taken benefit where they are not investing separate cash, and they don't need to make any further investment because it comes embedded within our own core platform. So they don't need to buy another piece of software to do compliance, another piece of software to do the consumer related front end stuff. It's all packaged into one, and which is what puts us into a very unique position where they don't need to make double investments. So and today also we're signing up decent amount of deals every week, every month, and they're still finding budgets. Although we believe market is in a challenging phase, but we've not seen any downturn so far as Miles is concerned. We've got our allocated budgets so far, so that's surely not a challenge for Miles at this point of time. There are some interesting things which Miles has been doing in, let's say, a country like Philippines, where we've gone ahead and now replacing a global giant in at least 3 large banks, which comprises of, if you talk about out of top 5 banks in Philippines, 3 banks are now with Miles, and we're able to provide them a complete solution for their trust banking, which encompasses wealth management, which encompasses unit trust, things like safekeeping, and creating innovation there which they've never experienced. They were usually using multiple products, right from a branch, a separate module for branch, separate module for back office, and they had no consumer facing stuff. So we've transformed that landscape, and it's been absolutely overwhelming response which we've received in that region, where replacing an incumbent system, a global leading system at 3 large banks, surely came as a big a compliment to our product, because they believe this is what it would transform their entire business. So which I believe they were completely manual. Even after spending millions of dollars, they were not really getting any value, and which is what we've been able to bring a great value to them. So I think it's been a breakthrough as far as our clients in Philippines are concerned, as far as Miles is concerned. So this is one area which we believe we've been able to make a difference in a market where they were starving for a good product, which we've been able to fill up. So that's Philippines, and we've been kind of as you spoke about compliance. We've created an absolute niche for Miles in Europe, where Miles has gone ahead and created a compliance engine, and as you said, there is quite a bit of budget being allocated for compliance, and we're surely taking advantage of that. So Miles has created a platform which allows all the European asset management firms, custodians, to run their compliance onto our platform, which allows them to do UCITS for their UCIT related funds. We allow them to run their AIFMDs, which is basically they can do their AIFMD filings on our platform, as well as Miles has recently rolled out global disclosures, which will allow any asset management firm to file any short selling or any significant positions if they take to the regulator. So again, this product is applicable to any geography in the world, not just confined to Europe, but we've got a great acceptability in Europe because they have significant budget which they've allocated for compliance related product, and we found our niche there, and today we have approximately 2,000 funds directly indirectly being processed on the Miles platform, which takes us to close to 10% of the UK funds running on the Miles platform, and we aim to capture at least 30% of the funds in the coming year. So we will make a very significant difference in the compliance as far as the European market is concerned. So these are a few things which Miles has been investing, and it has found success, and it has found fairly large names who have endorsed our product and have been now using our product since at least 12 months. So So it's proved its credibility, and we're signing up on a regular basis. Again, the offering is on cloud, so we made sure that the implementation, one of the key questions saying is, hey, the implementation cycle and the support is an issue. We made sure we eliminate all of that by allowing our clients to implement the solution in less than a week's time, and have nothing to worry on the physical infrastructure or the support, because that's been primarily taken care by us.